Happening now, a deadly recipe in the valley, a silent killer growing louder every day.
Now, more families impacted by synthetic drugs. Users are living through the pain. Loved ones struggle to figure out why.
Channel 5's Angelo Vargas learns it's hard to detect.
Insect killer, rat poison, stove cleaner. These are the known items with ingredients used to make synthetic drugs. It's often called potpourri or synthetic marijuana. It's far from natural. It's chemically destructive. It costs money and, most importantly, lives. They're in your home, under the sink. Household items are used to make a toxic habit.
I don't want a family member to go through what my family's going through.
It's not the marijuana we all know.
We call it a poison.
It's not for human consumption. Some disregard the label. That's what Rosalie Tristan is afraid of.
Our family discovered that he is creating his own synthetic marijuana.
Her 15-year-old stepbrother is using synthetics.
He's pulling out from the cabinets and trying to mix and selling them.
Her father, Abel Contreras, says his son dropped out of high school.
Well, he mixes the synthetic. I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of marijuana he uses. I don't know what kind of mixture he makes. He makes it by himself.
Tristan's a family member. She's also part of a coalition against drugs. Now, synthetic drugs is her next fight.
That's in the streets right now, harming our youth and our adults.
It looks like tobacco. It's often called synthetic marijuana. Tristan says the name is a misconception. Marijuana is not used in this drug. The word marijuana is only used to give the perception that it has the same effect.
It could be cleaners from the home to clean your oven cleaner.
It has ingredients that shouldn't be mixed. Synthetic cannabinoids, as they are called, come in packets. Disney characters, Versace, and Pokemon make the drug seem harmless.
I just felt my whole body becoming numb.
This man only used synthetic once. We'll call him Joseph.
I was strict to it. I was smoking tobacco.
Memory loss, kidney failure, hallucinations, and paranoia are some of its symptoms. Joseph isn't the only one. Palmview police seized these packets last December. Like the stuff Tristan says her brother mixes up on his own.
With synthetics, the people actually stay in their high, and they don't come back.
It just takes a small amount of the wrong mixture to end in death.
I would say it's a pretty big deal, considering that because of the packaging, because of other items out there, that are similar in packaging, the youth thinks they can hide it better.
Palmview police say they're seeing more of the synthetic substance on the streets.
Personally, I have about 5 to 10 cases. It varies. Some months it's more, some months it's less. It depends.
Synthetics also produces a backlog in the court system.
It can put big pressure on the courts because they're trying to handle so many cases, and these cases sometimes sit on the docket because we're waiting for the test results to come in on what that substance is.
Attorney Chris Cavazos says the drug leads to other offenses.
The drugs are so potent that people will kind of like almost lose their minds, and they'll commit crimes they might not have otherwise done.
This includes aggravated robberies and sexual assaults. The statute of limitations doesn't allow for prosecution after a certain amount of time in these cases.
If the state doesn't file charges within those 2 years, it can be dismissed.
Cavazos explains the drug use is hard to detect.
So somebody could be smoking synthetic the night before, show up to court, and maybe take one of those tests and come out clean.
The lack of an accurate test causes problems in court and in treatment.
There are no screenings that I know of that test for synthetic marijuana. Usually it has to be sent to a lab, and the pricing is usually over $100.
Tropical Behavioral Health Substance Abuse Director Stephen Vega explains it's hard to treat what they don't know.
It is definitely possible to overdose on your first time and have significant medical complications as a result of that.
A family will not give up on their loved one.
I'm trying to get all the help I can from different programs.
Joseph's warning to others:
The only person they're harming is themselves and the people that really love them.
In any kitchen in the valley, a deadly recipe could be waiting on the other side of this door. We spoke to the public information officer for the Department of Public Safety. He says the crime lab is very busy. Synthetic drug testing is more complex than testing for marijuana or cocaine. Forensic scientists first have to find what chemical compounds are used in synthetic drugs. The testing process for synthetic compounds takes longer to complete, up to 3 times as long than non-synthetic marijuana. In McAllen, Angelo Vargas, Channel 5 News.
Smoke shops cannot sell synthetics in Texas. This is a Channel 5 News Extra.
The consequences for use and selling synthetic drugs can lead to hefty court fines and up to 6 months to life in prison. A regional needs assessment by Behavioral Health Solutions of South Texas shows in 2015, 1,000 adults and 170 juveniles were arrested for possession of synthetic drugs. A Valley forensic counselor and recovery specialist, Maria Barrera, says prevention is the best way to stop the problem of synthetic use. Barrera says in 2015 she conducted a study about the use of synthetics and found out what synthetic is most common in the Valley.
There's 700 street names for this stuff.
Wow.
24K Monkey, 2K11, Aloha, Amnesia, Amsterdam Gold. See, one of the things you have to realize is in this area, Spice, we've had people here by the nickname of Spice because that's how involved they are.
Barrera says parents really need to be involved in their children's lives.